This is a figurine of pigs. Pigs like to sleep in piles of pigs. But in our industrial food system, pigs are very cruelly treated and kept in these cages where they can't touch other pigs. They never get to sleep in big pig piles like this. So when I found out about that, about the cruel factory farming of pigs, it really upset me because I realized that the pork that I was serving at the White Dog Cafe must come from this industrial system. I just came into the kitchen and said, take all the pork off the menu. When you say that you refuse to participate in a system that you don't believe in, it puts you in the position of having to create a new one. So when I said I refuse to participate in the factory farming of pigs, then I had to figure out, okay, well, how am I going to create a system where I have access, to humanely raised pigs? I went about finding a source for pasture pork in our community. I asked a farmer who was bringing in free-range chicken. He started bringing me in 2 whole pigs a week, and finally got to the point where I felt, okay, I've got a humane menu now. All the pork and the beef and poultry and so on come from small farms where the animals are treated humanely and with respect. And this is going to be our market niche. This will make the White Dog stand out from other restaurants. But then when I really thought about it, I realized that if I wanted to help the farm animals and if I cared about the environment that was being polluted by the concentration of manure in these factory farms, and I cared about the farmers who were being forced out of business by the corporate industrial system, and I cared about the consumers who are eating meat full of hormones and antibiotics, that rather than keeping this as my market niche, that I would share my buying practices and knowledge with other restaurants, with my competitors. So this was a real transformational time for me because I moved from being a competitive business person to realizing that there's no such thing as one sustainable business, no matter how sustainable your practices are, that we can only be part of a sustainable system and that we have to work cooperatively in order to build that system. I said to the farmer who was bringing us 2 pigs a week, would you like to expand your business? And he said, yes. I said, what's holding you back? And he said he needed $30,000 to buy a refrigerated truck. So I loaned him the $30,000 and he bought the truck. And over the years, it's been about 8 or 9 years now, we've connected hundreds of local farms with the urban marketplace, with restaurants and stores in Philadelphia. A lot of people would say, oh, well, how many White Dogs are there? And I say, well, just one restaurant. But I realized that when you grow bigger and bigger, what is lost is the authenticity of the relationships with our customers, with our employees, with our neighbors, with our farmers, suppliers. So rather than growing broader, I decided to go deeper, in my community and find more things to grow. And I think that's a really great model for growth. It's really reinventing growth as we see it in the business world. So it was really the pigs that motivated me. It was my love of animals that motivated me to make a very big step in my life, and that's moving from being a competitive business person to being a cooperative one.